shine with me, align with me, authentically true. Bloom into you.
Hello, everybody. Let's see here. Can you wait? Let me pin myself. Oh, I pinned myself with the den. Oh my God, Trisha. That is. I'm your background. That is the funniest thing in the entire world. Thank you for that. That is the most ridiculous. Oh my God. I mean, that is worth every effort you put into creating that. Namaste. Welcome. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Welcome, everybody. We have let me see here if I can you guys see me as the main thing? Like, am I coming up on your screen? Okay. I'm pinned here with the den. Let me see if I can, oh, here, remove pin. Oh, there we go. That's too funny. Oh my God, I love it. Let's see, gallery view. Marissa and Trisha and Karen and Kate and Tina, Jacqueline, Marjan. Hi, everybody. Valerie made it. I haven't seen you in so long. My Aunt Cindy's here. Hi, everybody. We have a great group that signed up. I know there's probably going to be a bunch of y'all watching the recording, so thank you for those of you that were able to play live tonight. This is going to be fun. I recently, if you guys are wondering, like, why is my face behind Trisha? I recently filmed a commercial for Samsung in Mexico. I used to be an actress before I did healing work, and now I'm bridging the two, which is fun. So that's me right there. So if you need a little giggle, that's hilarious. All right, beautiful souls. It's so good to be here. I'm glad that there is a community where we can come together to, I'm using this word weird, because I know a lot of people consider these things not normal, far out there. And I've had this specialty gift kind of thing, I guess you could call it. Why am I not pinned again? Hold on, guys, 1 second. Here we go. Okay. Of really normalizing the esoteric. Like, I don't think it's weird. I think it's cool. I work with this every week. And so my hope for you is, if you have any bit of that in your system where you're like, how am I supposed to, maybe you want to just do this for home life, maybe you want to do it professionally. If you have any bit of that in your system, it's my intention to assist you in just clearing that, clearing the shame, clearing the fear, and really being loud and proud with our spiritual gifts. So I invite you again, if anybody wants to show your face, I really like that because it feels like we're in circle. And if not, I totally understand. So today, what the heck are we doing? This is in the short time we have together, an introduction to animal communication. How do we telepathically communicate with our pets, with animals around us? Tell me in the chat if you're new to me. I think most of you know me, but my name's Jamie Wozny. If you are new to me, hello. I've been doing this work for lifetimes. It's literally in my astrology chart. I was like, well, when I saw that, I'm like, it all makes sense. Mediumship, all this stuff, it's literally in my chart. So you're learning from somebody who is an ancient animal communicator. I am a polymath, which means I have great knowledge in many things, hence the commercial picture in an animal communication class. So if you are a soul that loves to explore lots of different esoteric arts and creative arts, you're in good company with me. I've been doing healing work, intuitive work, spiritual guidance, teaching meditation professionally for 11 years now in this lifetime. Animal communication, which is also known as animal telepathy or animal psychic, as some people say, came to me. So I first studied as a Reiki master. This is a great little story as an intro here. So I was in my Reiki master training. I was in the 4th year. I had a partner who was in Texas, any Texas people in the house. And this was from a distance, and we had our practice session. Forgive me if you've heard this story. I'll try to keep it brief, but I love me a story. And she called me and was like, I don't need help with myself today. I need help with my bird. And I was like, you're absolutely insane. I cannot help you with your bird. I mean, I didn't say that, but I was like, I don't know how to help you. I'm sorry. Thank goodness. It's funny how the divine always has plans for us, because she was adamant. She was like, I don't know why. I feel like you can help my bird. So I said, fine, what's wrong with your bird? And she said, and put it in the chat if you've heard this story. So she said, I normally have the cage doors for my bird open, and his name's Henry. I don't know if he's still living, because this was a long time ago, but she said, I normally keep the cage doors open. He flies free. And for 6 months, Henry has been in the cage with the doors open and isn't flying out. And I'm worried about him, and I don't know what to do. So I thought, well, I'll do with him what I do with humans. So I energetically, so this will be the first teaching here we have tonight. We are all one, right? We are all one in a quantum field of life. We're all energy. Our energy field goes outside of our body. So psychically, with our intention, because this is how I explain this. Excuse me, Hobbs, I need to grab this blanket. Okay, so this is the we are all oneness, okay? We're all one. If you're a spiritual teacher, this is such a great teaching tool. So all I'm doing is part of that oneness. Excuse me. I'm tuning in to Henry, intentionally going, okay, let me quiet my mind and just intend I'm connecting into this bird in Texas with my energy, asking if he would like to communicate back to me. So I started getting images. I saw purple, which your third eye, when you see, is purple. But it was different. It was like an image of something that was purple. And I said to her, what is purple? Purple's coming in very strong. And she said, oh, his cage, and literally everything in it is purple. It's like, okay, I guess I'm not making this up. Cool. And then I kept seeing, he would show me in my mind's eye white instead of purple. And I said, I don't know why. I think that color is too dark for Henry. He prefers it white. Then I heard the word poop. And I saw poop on top of food. And then I felt anger in my body. So this is how our telepathic senses work. It's like little bits and pieces, which I'll teach you, okay? If you want to learn. So I see this. And then I said to her, what's the deal with the poop on top of the food? And she said, oh, my boyfriend built the cage. He's a little bit lazy. The poop and the food are next to each other. And I said, well, he's pissed and needs you to make the cage white and put the food and his poop area in completely separate places. And she's like, okay, writing down notes. So I'm relaying to Henry, hey, your mom hears you. She's going to make these adjustments. And then there was some depression in the home. Energy, Henry was picking up on it. And so we did some energy clearing, and I told him, by the way, this is side note. This is something I learned a long time ago. You can tell your pet, you're the bird, you're the cat, you're the dog. So this sentence, you're the dog, you can be a dog. You're the bird, you can be a bird. You're the cat, just be the cat. Because they will try to assist us in clearing energy, processing energy, helping us, right? So I said to Henry, hey, it's okay for you to just be the bird, release this. Anyway, I get off the call and I was like, what was that? And but there was a knowing too inside that was like, okay, I saw things. That was pretty accurate. 6 months this bird was in this cage with the doors open and didn't fly out. She sends me a selfie about 60 seconds later of Henry sitting next to her on the couch. He flew out of the cage, and I get the little click in my phone, and I was like, whoa. So from then on, I thought, I'm going to study this. I'm actually going to learn. I learned from Lydia Hibby, who's, if I don't know if anybody knows her, a world-renowned animal communicator, which for me was really cool because it was a lot of just confirmation that like, oh, this is really normal. We're all really intuitive and psychic. Some of us just aren't trained in that art, and we don't realize we're picking up on things all the time, and we don't know how to quiet our mind enough to actually tune in and receive information. What does it mean to talk to animals is the first part. So they're not actually communicating in like the English language or French, whatever it may be. They're picking up on our energy. We're psychically communicating, we're telepathically communicating. We can call it our sixth sense. So it's beyond the physical. So it comes usually as a variety of things, a knowing. And if you're new to this, you might want to write these down, but a knowing, images, feelings, or sounds or words. And there's a new, more like modern day animal communication vehicle, which is like clear sensing, they say, because you just like you sense something, you pick up on something. Okay, so whenever I'm doing sessions with clients, I say, hey, like I'm gonna say all of this, like I'm gonna talk to Hobbs and say, hey, how are you feeling? So that the human can hear what I'm saying on the other end. But what I'm relaying to Hobbs at the same time is an image, is a feeling, is a sense. So I'm speaking to him. We call them, we may have time to go into this exercise tonight, we'll see, but we call them our clairs, which are our psychic senses, right? This is how we speak to humans all the time. We're speaking psychically to each other all the time, telepathically to each other. And we do it with nature and we do it with animals constantly. This is super weird, but you see the plant on our table back there? So we brought that plant home. That plant's maybe like 4 years old, 3 years old. I'm bad with time.